Chris, what is our third main topic today?
Our third topic comes from Kylo Ken. Hi, John and crew. I saw a story on Yahoo's entertainment news that the producer of Black Panther Wakanda Forever said there was going to be not going to be an end credit stinger at the end of the movie, and that despite the rumors, it never was going to have one. They explained that they didn't feel like an end credit stinger would feel appropriate for this movie. For me, this is kind of disappointing. What do you guys think? Thanks, and as always, bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, Kylo. And of course, the biggest upcoming movie, at least next up, is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Cannot wait. 6 days away till we get to watch it. Going to see it on Thursday. This is going to be an emotional experience just going to the theater. Like so many of us loved what Chadwick Boseman brought, and it's really going to be kind of a cathartic moment, I think, for not just, the people who made the movie or Marvel as a whole, but I think for the world. I mean, for the people who loved Black Panther and loved Chadwick Boseman in the role, it's going to be a real cathartic moment. That's coming up. Now, one of the things that we all look forward to in all the MCU stuff is the post-credit scenes. And now, well, at least what the producer is saying is that there isn't going to be one, and why. This comes to us from Yahoo News, who wrote the following. Marvel films often feature an additional scene after the main credits to tease new films or characters for fans, but producer Nate Moore said that the Black Panther sequel is, quote unquote, different. This didn't feel like a movie that needed it. When asked if there were any characters being introduced in a post-credit scene for the film, Moore said, "Not this time." He explained, "The way that this movie is a bit different, and the tone of this movie is a bit different, and it felt, especially once people see the film, we felt like the ending was so kind of poetic. To then go back and say, hey, there's a tag at the end of credits, feels a little more disingenuous tonally from what we were doing." And that, of course, comes to us from Yahoo News. All right, so Nate Moore, the producer of Black Panther, is saying there's no characters introduced in the post-credits. There's no post-credit. That we felt that going through this, it would have felt inappropriate for a big post-credit scene. Now, I get that, but he is also playing a little bit of semantics, because I talked to several people, and there is a mid-credit scene in this movie. Now, look, to me, once the credits for a movie start, any scenes you throw in once the credits start after that, to me, is a post-credit scene. But, when you have multiple post-credit scenes, well, they don't want to play them back to back, so they'll put one like in the middle of the credits and one at the end. So I get it. He didn't say there were no mid-credit scenes, but to me, when you say there's no post-credit scenes, that's saying, well, once the credit starts, the movie's over. But we can tell you guys, when you go to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever, do not get up out of your chair when the credits start. There is still something more to come. But once that happens and the credits continue, then you are safe to get up and go home, because there is no credits coming at there is no scene coming up at the very end of the credits. Now, I know some people are going to scream at me, "You're spoiling it. I wanted to find out if there was one." Well, whatever. Cry me a river. So yes. So there, you can stick around to watch a mid-credit scene, but once that mid-credit scene is done, you're free to go. I completely get what he's saying, though, too. That, at the end of, there's certain movies when they end, you kind of feel like, yeah, maybe this one doesn't need some kind of tag at the end or something like that. I mean, they are still doing with a mid-credit scene. But anyway, Rob, this is a highly, highly anticipated film. Do you understand them not wanting to introduce new characters in a post-credit scene or have one at the very end of the credits? And what do you think about his rationale?
Well, I think it's fine. And, I stay through the end credits of a movie anyway, because especially this movie, the score and the music is so great.
Yeah.
I mean, John, you took me to one of my favorite nights ever at the Hollywood Bowl when we saw Black Panther with a live orchestra.
Yeah. And Ludwig was there.
Ludwig Göransson was there. It was glorious. It was incredible. I love the music for Wakanda for Black Panther. I'm sure I'm going to love the music for Wakanda Forever. So if I'm sitting there and the end credits trail off and I'm listening to whatever music they chose, whether it's a piece of music or a source cue or score, I'm sure when it's over, they are using, because even the way they end a movie is important. There's creativity, even though it's just the credits running.
Right.
The way they string out the music is also a creative choice. Mm-hmm. I think it's okay. It's the end of phase 4. It doesn't need to. I think they're right that this movie, there's a finality to it, and it's the end of a certain story and the beginning of a new one. But if there's a mid-credit scene, I don't think anyone's going to be like, "We got gypped." That was terrible. How come we didn't get what we wanted?
Oh, yes, there will. There will absolutely be some people doing that.
Well, actually, I just realized I can't use the G word. That was that's no longer in favor. I got robbed. How about that? I was robbed from a credit sequence. But I don't think anybody is going to. I mean, I think if the movie's great, nobody. If you're worried about a final post-credit scene and the movie's great, I think you got what you paid for, right?
I mean, here, let me play devil's advocate for a second. I get it because Marvel has conditioned us and trained us as the audience to expect these scenes at the end of their movies. So if there are people going in that are fully 100% expecting those scenes to be there, well, Marvel has nobody to blame for that other than themselves. I get that. But at the same time, I believe you got to play that on a movie by movie basis.
Yeah.
Because there may be a movie or two that, you know what, maybe it's not appropriate to put one in there. Maybe it's not appropriate to put one here. And this, if any movie's going to have that, I have a feeling, look, I have not seen the movie yet. I've seen parts, but I haven't seen the movie yet. But I have a feeling that this movie is going to end very emotionally.
I do too.
And that's probably the sensation, because filmmakers do think about this. They think about what is the audience member watching my movie walking out of the theater with? And I think whatever that big emotional conclusion is to this movie, that's what they want people leaving the theater with, even though there's still going to be a mid-credit scene, apparently. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this. What's your takeaway from it?
I mean, it seems very reasonable for how they want this movie to end and everything and leave you with those closing thoughts and everything. I'm like Rob, I stay till the end. I like to take pictures of the end credits and send them to my friends, like for Doctor Strange, where it was, oh, Kim Graysick, head of makeup, okay, here you go, and send it off, because I love that.
But I thought you just like to say the copyright notice at the end.
Now, look, this film is protected. No animals were harmed. I'm so happy. But I like to do that to just let my friends know that I appreciate their behind the scenes work, right? Because I do. All filmmakers, every aspect, every hired hand on a film is very, very important. I'm going to be real honest too. Phase 4, and you all know I'm a Marvel girl. The end credits have been almost all meaningless.
Yeah.
There have been very few where I've gone, I'm so glad I sat here. There have been things where I just go, oh, yeah, that's going to be so-and-so.
The end of Doctor Strange with Bruce Campbell.
That was such a waste.
And I love Bruce Campbell, but it was just...
I love Bruce Campbell, too.
Okay.
The best one they've done was Shang-Chi. Like, the best thing they did with their post-credit stuff was Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Like, that's easy. I also, obviously, Black Adam, but that's DC. That's not Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, anyway, Ray, I know when a movie's over... You are chomping at the bit to leave the theater normally. But when it comes to the post-credit stuff, are you one of those guys who likes to sit there and see what's going to happen, or do you like to bolt as soon as the credits start?
I only stay when you guys say there's something.
Right.
Like, there's I forgot what movie where we went to, and I walked out, had no idea that you guys stayed behind and watched the end credit scene because I didn't know.
We even stayed behind for Moonfall, dude.
Yeah, man.
But this was a while ago. So, like, I don't know. The end credits for all the Marvel movies to me haven't really impacted me as much as other people. They're just like, because what's it leading to? Nothing. Yeah. There's no movie right away that you're gonna run into afterwards that
I swear Ray has some kind of magical mutant power where he can sense when a movie's about to end. Because like you can be watching a movie and I have no idea this is the ending, but like 5 seconds before it ends, you can see Ray will start to grab his wallet, grab his garbage, start to stand
it's
up
because
and grab
I am the ender of movies.
He's like, he just knows it's time to go.
It's like a sense thing.
He just knows it. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? They're saying there's no post-credit scene, even though there kind of is with the mid-credit. But do you understand their rationale? Do you think, well, if that's the rationale, why have a mid-credit scene? I guess we'll figure that out when we see the movie ourselves. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. I'm just kidding. There isn't one. Mint Mobile just has premium wireless from $15 a month. There's no trapping you into a 2-year contract or opening the bill to find all these crazy fees. There's no luring you in with free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. With my old wireless provider, every month when I opened the bill, it was like playing roulette. I never knew knew how big the bill was going to be, and it always seemed to get bigger. With Mint Mobile, it's totally different. I know exactly how little I'm paying every month, and there's never any surprises. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or a family. And at Mint Mobile, families start at just 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And guys, you get to use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. So transferring over couldn't be easier. So to get premium wireless from just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. You'll make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/Campea.